Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So for today I'm going to be showing you a game I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to hope to get published on the Google Play Store. It's going to be a hyper casual game. What is a hyper casual game, you may ask? Well, it's a game in which the player doesn't play through a storyline. It's more of you pull it out of your phone when you're bored or when you're on the car ride and you just start playing it. It doesn't require Wi-Fi, and it's becoming very popular in the mobile game industry. Here are a few examples of some popular hyper-casual games. You see a lot of ads for them when you're playing any other type of game, and it's quite lucrative business to be in because it's one, easy to create, easy to publish, and you get a lot of people playing it, and you can run ads like every 3 times or every 4 times a player dies, and it's a good game industry to get into. And that's why I'm going to try to get my hands into a hyper-casual game. Okay, so by the title, you already saw what the game is going to be called. I'm thinking on either Swipe or Swiped. I haven't really decided. The game is played by swiping a player or ball around the screen, and it bounces on different edges, and it goes through enemies. The enemies just come from different sides, and you need to take down as much enemies as possible. There's going to be different types of players. One where it's like a bomb player, and if you touch any enemies, they turn into a bomb and they explode and destroy neighboring enemies. There's going to be a whole different type. It's similar to like an Angry Birds where like there's there's different levels, and then each level has different amount of enemies, and also has a different types of players in a different loadout. And that's going to be the game. Anyway, so here's the past week of development in it. Also, before we begin, this part's totally optional, but if you go on to enjoy the content and want to support me, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe. Again, totally optional, but it would really help me out. And comment what you want to see next or any ideas for the game. Okay, take it away past me. Thanks, future me. Okay. I'm going to start off by just saying, for the record, that I started this project 1 month ago, and all I did was get the basic mechanics done, and it didn't really have any polish. I just got it so it flicked around the screen. No enemies, no good UI, just blah. I worked on it for 1 day and just let it go, and I find myself doing that for a lot of projects. So, a week ago, I was like, hey, I was looking through my past projects and I saw, that'd be a good one to pick up. So I decided to pick it up. And I started off by looking what I did and then fixing it, because there was a lot of issues, and to be honest, there still are a lot of issues. The first one was the shooting mechanism. The way I did it was you drag your finger, and based on the time it took for you to drag the finger, divided by the distance equals the speed. And I also capped the speed, so you couldn't just like shoot off really fast. And that was about as much math as I could take. Yeah, that was not fun. That was a lot of math. I didn't like that. But then I got it working, and right now it's working kind of good. And I also want to point out that the spawner I had to spawn the players was not the best, because it kind of just spawned itself in a way by having the manager sensed when the flick was done, waited till it died, and then spawned a new one. And then this weird glitch I'll hopefully have on screen now. It would just duplicate for some reason and spawn 2 of them, one that wouldn't go away and one that was the main one. And for some reason, can't really figure out why I have this, and it might be just because I'm pretty much using one to spawn another, then deleting that one, which is never a good combination. But it worked most of the time, and most of the time is good enough for now. Next was creating an enemy. I started by making an enemy spawner that spawned the enemy game object. Who knew? And the enemy didn't really do anything right now. It kind of just stood there and just looked at me, I guess. And then next, I implemented where it moved towards the center. It was quite easy, just using the move towards function. And for some reason, I completely forgot how to do collisions, so I couldn't really get it to collide with the player. That was embarrassing, but I ended up getting it working, like always, and it was time to move on to the next part. And the next part was really just aesthetics, because I wanted to make the game look better, and it really wasn't right now, because maybe it's just because I kept looking at it on my phone with the remote Unity 5 app, which just downsizes all the resolution, just makes it look like really bad. It could be because of that, but I wanted to spice the graphics up. So what I did was I created some particles, and the particles, I actually don't have a video of me making them, but you'll see what the end result looks like. It was actually really fun to make. Particles in Unity are very, very fun to make, and they're also very easy, and it's a very powerful system. And next, I wanted to add more aesthetic tweaks, so I made a trail on both the player and the enemy, which was, again, quite fun to make. You just add a trail, add a color, add a width drop off, and boom, you kind of had a trail. And that is where the game is right now. It is getting there, I'll tell you. It's not too bad. And I know this is kind of a quick video with a lot of explanation, and I understand that, and I'm going to try to get some more action-packed videos, and I'm hopefully going to do a challenge video that's going to come up in the next few weeks, which I'm really excited about. But I'm still trying to figure out how to make videos, how to make them interesting, and all that jazz. I'm working on it, I'm telling you guys, and I'm going to get you guys something cool in the future. And tell me if you like this kind of style of where it's more focused towards the actual explanation of coding instead of just how the game's going. So do you like me explaining the coding or not? It would be nice to know in the comments below. With that, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.